have to check our NBA rule book on that one.
I'm sure Cool can adjust.
Yeah, I think so. My point being, and it took me a long time getting there, is that Ken Cool makes those shots from NBA range. I mean, he doesn't shoot from 19 feet 8 inches. He shoots from 21, 22 feet regularly. Just has such great range.
Okay, last quarter for CB West to try and get something going. They're down by 21. They have a lot to make up. Nice fake by Kelso. Get McCloskey in there, but it won't fall. Rebound comes to Joel Jones. Norristown in no hurry. They'll slow it up.
And you can see that John Cresswell, with a 21-point lead, is going to clear his bench. Well, perhaps not yet.
Poked away by Finkbeiner. Kelso running 2-on-1 with Finkbeiner. Finkbeiner is fouled.
That time, Ken Cool commits the foul. Well, perhaps Mr. Cresswell is going to wait a few more minutes before he lets the rest of the second team come in. Jim Shoemaker and Jason McCloskey take a seat on the bench, and Binky Johnson and Jeff Thompson re-enter the game.
It's nice to see that hustle from Cool. After he had the ball poked away, he got back nicely and kept Finkbeiner from the basket. Now he'll have to work for his two. And he rolls the first one in.
I tell you, these guys even make free throws look tough. They haven't had an easy basket all night, I don't think.
Rims another one, but that also rolls in. Thompson puts the ball right past Cool. CB West steals on the inbound. Working around the perimeter. Finkbeiner for three. He hits it. Binky Johnson bounces the ball. Finkbeiner's leg. Still Norristown ball.
Norristown's got to settle down here, Walt, with this full court press, the trapping defense. The Eagles have just got to take their time and get the ball up court.
Good move by West coach Wayne Finkbeiner, trying to get something going here. You only have 7 minutes left. A good job by Norristown. Now Johnson will be harassed. He breaks it easily. Tries a lob to Vernon Hill.
And a little alley-oop play there.
They got Mitchell on the foul.
Got a little smile out there on the floor from Vernon Hill as he said, "Nice pass, Binky, like we tried." So it's a 16-point game. West has carved 4 points off that Norristown lead.
Vernon Hill misses.
And this is what Norristown can't afford to do, is miss these 1-and-1 opportunities.
Knocked away by Binky Johnson. Kelso manages to poke it to Finkbeiner, and now they'll settle it down. Finkbeiner for three again. No, he's too heavy. Joel Jones claims the rebound.
It was a nice play by Jones.
Vernon Hill breaking on the wing. Hill misses. Good hustle by Jeff Thompson to get back. Grabs the rebound, gets the foul.
And Jeff Thompson, a heck of a nice play that time, following Vernon Hill down court. You know what I like about this game right now is the Norristown players are loose. They've got smiles on their faces. They look confident out there. Can't be too confident because 16 points is not a game that's over yet. That's a nice calming effect. Thompson making that first free throw.
And Thompson that time, good work running the floor and being the trailer. A lot of times the trailer gets easy points. Now Phillips will come back in for Jeff Connor. Phillips possibly for some quickness and outside shooting.
Of course, Scott Mitchell back in the ball game as well, the starting center.
They find Cuthbert underneath again. Chipping away slowly.
Well, Randy Cuthbert did that twice in the first quarter. He's done it twice in the fourth quarter.
If they'd been able to do that consistently, maybe it would have this game would be closer, but Norristown broke that up for a good portion of this game.
And with a 16-point lead, it looks like John Crosswell is going to spread the floor a little bit, have his team use up some of the clock till they get the good shot, and there it was.
Exactly. Norristown's ball movement is exceptional tonight. Phillips pulls up for three. No, a little bit of hesitation might have cost him. Vicky Johnson sees the opening, so he gives the ball to Vernon Hill. Collins gives the Norristown the 20-point lead. Vernon Hill now 18 points.
Good job by the Eagles.
Kelso finds Cuthbert underneath again. Cuthbert gets it right back at the Finkbinder. Kelso nails the jumper.
And that's J.J. Kelso's first 2 points of the ball game.
68-50, Norristown. Vicky Johnson gets the lead back up to 20 with a nice little jumper in the lane. Just under 5 minutes to go. Central Bucks West can't seem to make any substantial dents in this lead. Cuthbert, again, how's he do it? Reverse layup.
How can you let him do that? 3 times in a row to you.
Steal, they get it right up to Phillips. There's an easy layup. 70-54, still 16-point lead for Norristown.
They can't get over that 16-point hump, though. They keep taking 4 points off, and the Eagles put 4 points back.
Cool, wide open at the 3-point line, but he's short. Saves the ball, no pursuit. Drives the lane, and good.
And there's his first 2-pointer of the night.
Must be nice.
23 tonight for Ken Cool.
Finkbinder thought about it. Harassed by Vernon Hill. They get it to Phillips. He's got nowhere to go, and he travels with the ball. Jeff Thompson causing defensive pressure.
Thompson comes out of the ball game. Michael Evans replaces him.
CB West trying to trap Vicky Johnson just right around them. Evans drives baseline. Good look underneath the Vernon Hill. Easy bucket.
Vernon Hill with 20 points.
Lead back to 20 with 3.5 minutes left to go in the game.
Good job by Michael Evans that time.
Finkbinder for three. Off the heel, Evans runs it down. Cool will get it to Johnson. He'll pull up inside three. Bricks that. Joel Jones right there for the rebound. Norristown just playing with them now. And Joel Jones gets 15 points. Vicky Johnson knocks it away. Vernon Hill, nice effort, can't save it. 3:01 left.
Jason McCloskey comes back into the ball game. Vicky Johnson takes his seat and he gets a nice big hand.
Kelso for three. Not close. Cuthbert wrestles it away from Evans. Bounces back out to Finkbinder and he gets it to Kelso. Finkbinder for three. Hill in his face, but he hits it clean. Finkbinder showing some outside shooting ability. Poole takes it right at Kelso and gets the foul.
That's pretty clear what's going to happen now in high school basketball when your team gets down by more than 6 or 7 points in the fourth quarter. The three-point shots come out mighty fast and furious. You don't even bother trying to work the ball down inside.
Now the subs are coming back. I'm sure we've seen the last of Vicky Johnson for the night. Cool rolls his first in. Jim Shoemaker will come back into the game for Joel Jones. He gets a nice round of applause and well deserved.
Hey, Joel Jones played a heck of a game. He really gave him that edge early on. They fed him the ball down low in that first half and he took great advantage of it.
And as Cool hits a second foul shot, Mike Carroll comes in for him. Cool gets an even bigger round of applause. Kelso to Finkbeiner. Phillips pulls up. Misses that. Shoemaker with the rebound. Gets it out to Jason McCloskey.
Jim Shoemaker with nice position that time.
McCloskey beats a trap to find Mike Carroll. Carroll fakes inside to Evans. He's stripped by Mitchell.
Under 2 minutes to play.
Cuthbert tries to drive baseline. He's fouled. Does he take anything from the front?
I think Randy Cuthbert has 2 shots, a reverse layup and a brick shot from about 8 feet, because that's all he's tried tonight.
Vernon Hill comes out. Do a round of applause. Willie Gibson in for Vernon Hill. Central Bucks West takes timeout with 1:53 to go. It's 78-57, Norristown in the lead.
And unless I failed to look up once or twice, I think this is Norristown's biggest lead of the ball game. Good time to have it with only 1:53 left to play. Well, there's a lot of good things to say tonight about the way the Eagles have played. An all-around fine performance. Good defensive effort. Obviously, their offense was right on target tonight with 78 points already. And the tempo really changed dramatically about halfway through that second quarter when Norristown picked up the pace, and they haven't let it go since.
Norristown showed the ability tonight to just control a game. They did what they wanted to, and they wanted to kick up the tempo. They did. The big men controlled the inside. They just did what they wanted to tonight. Cuthbert will be on the line, shooting 2.
Steve Bean back in the ball game for the Bucks.
Excuse me, only a 1-on-1, and Cuthbert misses it, but the rebound comes out to Finkbeiner. Stolen away by 15, Willie Gibson. McCloskey on the break. McCloskey converts the layup, 80-57. Finkbeiner. They swing it to Bean. Bean air ball. Connor tried to go up. Couple men in there for Norristown. Connor was fouled.
Number 41, Mark Estes, comes into the ball game as Cuthbert takes his seat on the bench.
Connor rattles home the first. And knocks home the second. 80-59, 1:31 left. Shoemaker down the lane. Shoemaker can't convert. Oh, looked like Kelso traveled there. No call. McCloskey steals. Frustration foul, number 40, Steve Bean.
J.J. Kelso did the old foot drag shuffle there, trying to pull up.
Kelso thought he had a man going down the lane, and then whoops. Now you see him, now you don't. He had to pull up.
And Norristown, no starters left in the ball game as J.J. Kelso takes his seat for the Bucks, and Wayne Finkbeiner does the same thing that John Cresswell has done, and that's bringing his second squad. Number 12, Joe Palazzi, comes into the ball game.
McCloskey short on the first free throw. First end of the 1-on-1. Palazzi gets the ball to Finkbeiner. Bean gets tangled with Evans. Connor throws it inside, no one there.
Nice hard pass, just wasn't to anybody.
1:02 left to play, Norristown ball. Evans will bring it across half court. Evans right to the hoop, finger rolls it up, and good. Once again, a 23-point lead for Norristown. Finkbeiner thought about it.
Michael Evans.
Palazzi Can't get it to go.
Michael Evans can put that last shot on his personal highlight film as he fell through the lane, tipped the ball up, and fell through the hoop for him.
Evans showing some promise tonight. They'll need someone next year to replace Vernon Hill. He could be the man. Out to Bean. McCloskey breaks it up.
Oh!
Bean dove and slapped at it.
Number
Evans
15,
also went down.
Willie Gibson for Norristown got that ball flush in the face. Don't mean to make light of it. I'm sure it rattled his cage a little bit there. Evans trying to make the play. Almost a backcourt violation there.
Deflected out of bounds by Mike Carroll.
And the one time Willie Gibson touched the ball tonight, he touched it with his face. That was Michael Evans really threw that ball on his face.
That'll teach him to stay on his toes, I'll tell you that. Gibson smacks it away off his knee.
Nice play by Gibson. .30 seconds to play.
Lotzi spins baseline. Finkbeiner open for three. Cans it. They cut it to 20 with 20 seconds left. Carroll to Evans, back to Carroll. He pulls up, misses that. Oh, blocked by Estes.
Again.
Gibson is sent by Estes twice. Not an easy night for Willie Gibson. Finkbeiner misses for three. McCloskey in a little pushing match. Time runs out. So at the end of a Norristown controlled game, 82-62, Norristown with the victory. Jeff and I will be right back to summarize this game.
Walt final score 82-62, Norristown with a 20-point victory, and really they coasted through that fourth quarter. The Bucks made a few valiant efforts to bring the game within reach, but really didn't even get it closer than 16 points in that entire fourth quarter. And in fact, Norristown had a total after three quarters of 62, which was the game total for the Bucks. So not exactly the closest game we've seen all year, but a nice offensive demonstration by Norristown, and especially Ken Cool and Vernon Hill.
I think everyone showed now that they all can score. Ken Cool really put on the show. He's had more points in a game this year, but he really put on the show tonight. And you're right, Vernon Hill just cleaning the boards and scored a lot of points tonight. Oh,
he sure did, and the fact that Joel Jones was fine inside as well. Just to run down the scoring for you, Cool, as Walt mentioned, 25 points, 7 3-pointers, absolutely incredible. And then you have Vernon Hill with 20 points, great job inside. Joel Jones, 15. They used him all night, just fed him inside on the right side of the lane. Great play by him this evening. And Binky Johnson, only 7 points, as Walt mentioned, but a lot of assists for Binky tonight. And Jeff Thompson, 9 points, a fine performance by Jeff. Jason McCloskey, 2 points off the bench, and Michael Evans, 4 points off the bench.
A lot of potential there on that bench, and the bench did a good job, even though they weren't really used much, but those who came off did a nice job.
Absolutely, and for the Bucks of Central Bucks West, their leading scorer, John Finkbeiner, and only because he jammed home a couple of 3-pointers late in the ballgame, he finished with 16 points. Finkbeiner really wasn't on too much in that first half.
Well, no, but then toward the second half, he did begin to hit some 3-pointers. You wonder why they didn't maybe start that earlier, being down 21 at the end of 3 quarters.
Yeah, absolutely. Randy Cuthbert finished with 14 points, 10 of them backdoor reverse layups. He roamed the baseline all evening, got a few of those to fall, especially late in the ball game when they really weren't of much consequence.
You have to wonder if he can't do more. I mean, he looked like he did have some talent, but they just camped him on the baseline.
And not much from the outside. The few shots that he did take from 8 or 10 feet away really didn't go for very much. J.J. Kelso, starting point guard, finished with only 2 points. That came also late in the ball game. Mark Estes off the bench for 2. Scott Mitchell, 10 points at center. He got most of his points in the first half. Jeff Connor with 4 points, and Tom Phillips with 14 points. Connor fell apart there a little bit later on in the ball game. He played well earlier, didn't have too much to do later, and Tom Phillips, looked good at the end of that first half, beginning of the third.
Well, Phillips seemed to be their go-to man if they need it, but they weren't really going to him. Mitchell, Mitchell did a good job filling up the middle. Connor, you're right. He really didn't do a good job coming in from Mitchell. He sort of was non-existent.
I think this is a nice gimme win for Norristown. They now raised their record to 5-1 league, 10-1 overall, and it sets the pace for them. They've got some tough games coming up, especially against the Galloping Ghosts of Abington. That's going to be their biggest test this year, and of course they've got a rematch with Truman. Their only loss this year, and I know the Eagles want to reverse that in the game they have left with Truman.
Well, the game against Abington should be really big. If they play like they played tonight, I don't know if even Abington has the personnel to stay with them.
And of course, Norristown had cracked the Inquirer top 10 poll for southeastern Pennsylvania, but after that loss to Truman, I believe fell out of the poll. Still, I'm sure, receiving votes. They're a team to be reckoned with in this area in 1987-88 basketball season. Folks, if you don't come out very often to watch the Eagles, we recommend it out here on Whitehall Road and Eagle Drive in Norristown Area High School. It's nice action. High school basketball has its nuances. It's a little bit different than watching the NBA on television. It's an exciting kind of basketball to watch.
Well, this 82-62, it's kind of hard to say that 20 points, it wasn't that close, but it really wasn't. Norristown, they were ahead by 4 after the first quarter, but then just dominated the game from there.
It was a Norristown game really from wire to wire. CB West, not too many opportunities to stay even in this ball game for the greater part. We of course like to thank the Norristown Area School District for bringing you this program tonight. The Norristown Cable Channel has additional educational and cultural programming in addition to the great sports program that we try and bring you. We recommend that you stay tuned for upcoming basketball telecasts. For Walt Fry, I'm Jeff Brandon. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time here on the Norristown High Cable Channel.